Hey everybody, Heart Tacticon is back for the first time this year of 2024, Year of the Dragon. So, this video really comes from the fact that as much as I love my Combiner Wars figures, I do have to retire them for a little bit. The collection is growing and the house is not. So it's time to put them up in storage for a little bit and give them a break and let some other bots have the spotlight. Spotlight. Yeah. So, I thought since I'm putting them all up, well, almost all of them, why not make kind of a retrospective video of them and just kind of revisit them all again? So, I'm going to start off this video with their vehicle modes, which are awesome. And just as kind of a gold current standard of comparison, we will be using Earthrise Optimus Prime. A great Voyager figure, but jeez, talking about things getting smaller these days. So, I bought almost every single American release there is, whichever, and many of the Takara Japanese releases. Over time, I got rid of a few. The first one I got rid of was the Predictabots. They with the exception of Rook, they were all just kind of repaints. Hotspot wanting to repaint, but he did have a lot of molds coming out from him. But yeah, that particular bot just kind of, or combiner, just kind of bored me. With the exception of Rook. I gravely regret getting rid of Rook. But I do have two other figures in that same mold. So we'll check everything out. I want to start off with the Voyagers, kind of starting off with the first molds that came out. Excuse me. The very first two molds that came out were Optimus Prime and Silverbolt in Wave 1. That is one of the ones I got rid of, was Optimus Prime, and I really regret it. He did have a problem with his hips. He just could not get that guy to strike a good leg pose. But I ended up getting two different Battle Core Optimi, and took the sticker sheet from the repro labels for the regular Optimus Prime, the red and blue one, and put it on there just to, well, first of all, make a kind of a unique figure, but also to harken back to the original Optimus Prime. That sticker's coming off just a wee bit. But yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. I'm gonna say probably about a quarter of all my Combiner War figures are repro labeled in some way or another. I am missing the red light. So there is Battle Core Optimus style. The next Battle Core figure we have is Thunderclash, and man, the colors on this figure they were just too cool to pass up. I mean, and I was a big fan of IDW comics back then. I ended up downloading a bunch of them, and I kind of have trouble working now, but yeah, you know, digital stuff, gotta love it. But yeah, there he is, looking very snazzy. So, now we're on to the Minosaur mold. Now, I have sold my Minosaur set with the exception of Jackpot and Off-Road, because I just really like those molds and unique characters. And we don't have an Off-Road on the new Minosaur, which I do own. So, got rid of him, but I'm not getting rid of my awesomely decoed G2 Minosaur. Now, you're probably going to see a couple little bits of dust here and there on some of the figures. Like I said, they're old figures. I mean, what did they come out? 14, 15? Yeah. So, there is Minosaur with his awesome colors and awesome sword back there. There's the bottom. I didn't show the bottom. And then we're getting into really exclusive. This is Combiner Wars Toxitron. And I really love having this bot. Really cool looking colors. I wish it was a bit brighter of a green. This right here in particular is dull. But, I mean, I'm not going to lie. Something about this figure just makes me think of, in a good way, and I know this is gross, but in a good way, a pile of vomit. Like all those different colors and what, like that, like some kind of Chef Boyardee cheese flavored sauce color. You got the yellows, the purples, and then those two different colors of green. Really awesome. But yeah, this was from the Transformers Collectors Club subscription service. Oh, he's off camera, sorry. And I love this figure. Absolutely love it. I have not gotten my hands on the... darn it, I forgot what it's called. The Toxitron collection. Toxitron. But I will. Oh, I will. So, on to the next set of Voyagers. Hold on. I forgot something. Let's go ahead and do this one at a time. So here we have Battle Core Optimus style with Optimus Prime, Earthrise. So you get a good idea. Here he is with Thunderclash. So yeah, this being a Voyager figure, I mean, look how much they've shrunk in less than a decade. So yeah. Here he is with G2 Motormaster. And just so you all know, I love the G2 line. In fact, I almost didn't put the G2 line in this video of Combiner Wars because the G2 ones I'm not putting away. There's a certain few that I'm not. And G2 is one of them. Oh, I'm putting up the wrong bot again. And then finally, here we have him with Toxitron. With that toxic personality and toxic colors. Yeah, I know Optimus Prime's little light sticker from Repro Labels is kind of coming off. It's cattywampus. So, there we go. Put both of these bots up, whatever. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, released with Optimus Prime style Optimus Prime, Voyager. And Wave 1 was the Silverbolt mold, which is this one. I did Repro Label all of the aerial bots because I was just really excited. And there's a little story about the Combiner Wars aerial bots. I had just gotten rid of... You know, I'm completely brain farting on the name of the third party, but there was a third party that had made a Devastator, and then they made a Superion that was really big and blocky, bigger than the Mach-E Toys line of combiners. Dang, I cannot remember what they're called, but they made a lot of combiner figures, and I bought the Superion, and my God, was it a collapsing headache. And I ended up selling it. I lost money by selling it, of course, and it was about the same time that the Superion and the aerial bots were announced. So I was very happy to have them, even though they were going to be smaller scale and not really scale well with the cars and such. But either way, here we have this line of molds, and I'm breaking this one up into two different parts. The Scattershot mold, because I've got 4 of them, I think. I got a bunch, and it won't fit on the screen. So, here we have Superion. Very cool, snazzy jetliner. I called him Superion, I'm sorry. This is Silverbolt. It still looks like an awesome jet plane. He's got his big gun under there, and there he is underneath. Yeah. Then we have G2 Silverbolt. Again, I just love the G2 colors, and this one by no means disappoints. God, I love the colors. So, last one in this mold is another Silverbolt. This one is not technically from BotCon, but created through BotCon. BotCon 2016 had a Beast Wars theme. And they came out with several Combiner Wars Beast Wars vehicle mode style figures. But 2 they came out with was Tagatron and Unit 1, or Unit 3, excuse me. Unit 3. And to battle the main combiner that came out with the box set, they allowed you to purchase a sticker set that would turn Silverbolt here into, well, Silverbolt, but the Beast Wars one, and what he would look like pre-Beast Wars, which, if you know your Transformers lore, would be that. But here we go. He's a Maximal now. I am not talking right today, guys. I am sorry. These stickers, I'm really surprised they're still on, because they are by no means Repro Labels quality. And then they remolded the Silverbolt mold into this Cyclonus figure. Very cool looking. This comes from the Grand Galvatron Unite Warriors Takara set. There was a US release, which was a much deeper, darker purple. And I really like this one better. So yeah, there we go with Cyclonus. When he is in combined mode, he actually turns into Galvatron. And real quick, just to give everybody their chance, we'll just do Silverbolt and Cyclonus, since they are the only two versions of this mold. So there he is with Optimus, Cyclonus. There he is with Silverbolt. But yeah, not going to bother with the other two because they're same exact mold. No difference. Alright, so on to the next. Alright, so I previously lied to you guys. I am very sorry. I have 3 of this mold. And minus the head sculpt on this one, same exact mold. So this is the Scattershot mold, I guess you say. It kind of started out with the American release version here. But this one, well, it's an American release too. Comes from the Computron box set. So yeah, very cool. It is repro labeled. Love the stickerage. Got all these little digital stickers here. I really like those. I think it adds a great touch. One thing I didn't do with the Silverbolt mold, or the Optimus mold, but I'm going to go ahead and start now. I'm not going to rewind. There he is without his giant cannon rifle thing. And he's got a cannon rifle right there anyway, so yeah. So yeah, you can pull this down for a landing gear when he's not using his weapon. Right there. Pretty cool. So this is also the Scattershot mold. But first of all, this was an individual release. And I had bought it before I knew they were coming out with the Computron mold. I thought they were just coming out with Scattershot just to, you know, be pricks. But no. They came out with this one. There is a Unite Warriors version where most of the vehicles are different. They still use this mold for Scattershot, but Strafe and Nose Cone use different molds than what you'll see in this video today. Well, a little dusty, sorry. But since I had this, Repro Labels got on this very, very ambitious project where they decided they were gonna pretty much make their own combiner out of ones that a lot of people probably had multiples of. So this is Flame. Never heard of this character before, but I mean, gosh, look at the stickers and how it changes it. Really awesome, huh? That's a little dirty there. Most of my Combiner Wars figures were, I mean, I don't have that many shelves, so most of them were actually standing on the floor in front of my other furniture, you know, just so they could be displayed. But especially since my floor is just tile, they collapsed and fell apart really easily, which is something that I plan to try and fix when I pull them out again. So that was Flame. Here we have the Botcon figure, and this is one of the 3 tribunal characters from Beast Wars. And let's take a quick pause because I am completely blanking on his name. One moment. Alright, so this is from the Tripredacus team, C-Clan. He is the leader, And for the Combiner Wars BotCon set, they added 2 other Beast Wars characters and just called them Predicus, since 5 is not try. I mean, I guess you can always try. So, yeah. So C-Clamp, I do believe he turns into a crab or lobster in Beast Wars, but does not do so in this figure. So there we have the 3 spaceship modes. Let's just do this real quick, and here, just kind of do a rolling comparison. I don't know what I'm whistling. And that's the end of that part. Alright, and here we are with our next bunch. The original one that came out for this mold, like I said, was Hotshot, or Hotspot, but I sold them because I didn't like them. Instead, we have Pyromagna from the Victorion group, Bludgeon from the Collectors Club subscription service, and we also have what is supposed to be Inferno, but I actually got a sticker set to turn them into Heatwave from the Rescue Bots, because I love the Rescue Bots and love the fact that they're coming out with actual figures of the Rescue Bots. Very cool. So let me show you Heatwave real quick. Excuse me, Heatwave. This is Pyromagna. Let's take her weapons off so you can have a look at her like that. I'm going to try and hurry up because I realize if I continue on like I have been, this is going to be like a 50-minute video. So, here we are in her fire truck mode. There's her combiner head. It always has a little bit of an angle going down. Alright, so here we have Heatwave. There's his head because his face sculpt is just a sticker on the back of the head. And then here we have this. So, let's take off the feet real quick, because this is from Power of the Primes, which came out after Titans Returns, which came out after Combiner Wars. And that's where they kind of combined the Combiner Wars aesthetic and the Titans Return aesthetic. But yeah, got more Combiner War figures out of it. Very cool. And then finally, we have Bludgeon. Super awesome figure. They took the mold and kind of put it backwards because the hands were on the back for the fire truck. But then we have this armored mobile carrier tanker thinger. Very cool. Not taking the weapons off of this one because it works better like that. So, and as for comparison, here is Bludgeon with Earthrise Optimus Prime. Here we have Heatwave / Inferno with Earthrise Optimus Prime. And then we have Pyromagna with Earthrise Optimus Prime. So you can see what those two molds look like together and in comparison. Alright, on to the next one. Alright, for the last part of the Voyagers, or the core bodies of the Combiner War figures, we have 2 completely different molds because I only have 1 of each. In fact, the only other molds there are of these is, this is Skylynx. You could have also gotten this mold if you bought Leo Kaiser, which I did really want Leo Kaiser, but just at the time didn't have the money, and then when I did have the money, I didn't have the ability to buy them. But yeah, Skylynx, very cool. Quick tip, if you own him and you also own the G2 aerial bots, put the limbs on him. Looks really awesome. And then we have Alita 1, who is a repaint remold of Starscream, which I actually did have him, and I got rid of him when I sold the Combaticons. So, there we go with these 2 molds. She is from Power of the Primes, just so you know. And she only comes with a Prime cube matrix leader thinger. It won't come out. Jeez. Get out of there. That way you can see her without the prime cube. For comparison, of course, we have Earthrise Optimus Prime. Giving you a good comparison. With his squirrel friend. I think that's his squirrel friend. Wasn't G1, I believe. So yeah. There we go. Now, she is not repro labeled. Those are stickers that came on her with purchase. They're not very good stickers. You can see they're trying to peel off, but there you go. Alright, so here we have our first collection of deluxe modes, or deluxe figures, which are going to turn into either arms or legs. To start us off, here we have, I believe her name is Dust Up. She is part of Victorion's team. And yeah, she's pretty cool. She's kind of got like a rusty red, minty green color going on. And instead of having a hand-foot gun and the shotgun that most of them have, she has this because all of the Victorion team's weapons combine into a big sword. So, again, G2, gotta love them. Here we have Dead In and its very undead colors. Very not dead, I should say. So, really awesome. And they come with like these smoke pipe weapons instead of the shotgun, the triple barrel shotgun that everybody else comes with. This is the first version of this mold, and I have these right here and those behind because they're a little bit remolded. So here you have Wild Rider with this big old G2 symbol. Gotta love it. Take off the hand-foot gun, you get some really cool tampographed visuals there. And replace. So now we're going on to the line where they all have light bars and some different details on the hood and the back of the car, such as, I believe this is, I might be wrong, I probably am wrong, but it's Lightspeed? Maybe? But he has been repro labeled. He is part of the Computron's team. And he looks super awesome. Afterburner. No. Lightspeed is right. Lightspeed is right. Actually, this version was called Lightsteed over copyright issues. And he comes with his shotgun. Does not have a hand-foot gun because that goes on Scattershot. So here we have Smokescreen. Regular release. No repro labels to be heard of. But nice paint job. Here we have a Collectors Club exclusive from the subscription service, Blue Streak, I believe. These right here are actually stickers that came with a sticker set you can get from the Collectors Club, just to cover up that gray that I'm sure you could see. Love that silver hood. Very cool. Here we have Prowl, another regular release. Highway Police Patrol. Without his hand-foot gun. Here's underneath. They're all going to look the same underneath except for coloring. And here we have Prowl again, but this is Beast Wars Maximal Prowl. It's not really Beast Wars yet because they still have vehicle modes. Again, same Prowl figure as that one, but this one has the BotCon stickers to change them up a little bit. And then finally we have Unit 3. Another BotCon 2016 exclusive. Really awesome looking. I believe the origin story of this one is there was a Happy Meal toy it was called Under 3, or from the Under 3 line. That way there weren't any pieces they could choke on. So that is all of those two different versions of the car. And here we have the next line of vehicles. We're going to start actually in the back first because those are the original molds. Here is G2 Breakdown. This is from BotCon 2016. This is Tigatron. In case you're wondering what it looks like without the hand foot gun. There you go. I'm not going to continue taking the hand foot gun off though. They do a better job of the smoke screen mold though with this one. Now here you have Ravage, which has a Decepticon symbol on one side, Predacon symbol on the other. Very cool, nice and black. Here we have Sunstreaker. Let's see. This is Stormcloud. I don't know. It's from the Victorion team. Without a weapon. Like I said, these weapons do combine into one large sword for Victorion. So here's Wheeljack. Now, this is actually one of two Wheeljacks. This is actually another one, and that should tell you how much of a difference a good repro label set can be. This is, crap. It's the one that they made a masterpiece figure of, and they got in some trouble because they were using cigarette brands. But yeah, this one is, you know, smoking kills and such. But yeah, very awesome. And last but not least, a little bit remolded compared to the other ones. So a third mold of this car. Here we have Counterpunch. Not Punch Counterpunch, this is just Counterpunch. Counterpunch took over. This is from the Collectors Club, and the story behind it is he'd been a dual spy Decepticon Autobot for so long he forgot which one was a real one. And those two personalities kind of fought, and Counterpunch won. So there are those vehicles. Just as a good comparison, let's just take Wheeljack, put Optimus Prime right there in front of him as a comparison. Forgot to do that with the last cars because I am trying to get through this quickly because it's going to be a long video. On to the next. All right, this should be an easy one. This is Mirage. From the Autobot team. And then we have G2 Dragstrip, which as far as I know, the only other one that I don't have in this mold would be the original Dragstrip, G1 Dragstrip. Sorry, I cannot talk. So yeah, there's those two guys. And here's comparison. And there you go. On to the next. All right, on to the mold that I have the most of. A very good mold. Start off the off-road figure here. All these, well, I guess there's kind of three different versions of this mold, but here we have off-road. Very cool figure. Yeah, he does have a wrecker symbol in addition to his Decepticon symbol. Hey, look it up. Educate yourself. Educate yourself. Yeah, there he is. That's what he looks like without his hand foot gun. Then we have Ironhide. Pretty good figure for Ironhide. Trailbreaker, or they might have been calling him Trail Cutter at the time, I'm not sure. Now this one is a little different in the fact that, I guess you can't tell, can you see? I think it's this one. Nope, that hand is the same. Now I can't undo it. Crap. Hold on folks. Hold on, let's see. So yeah, that does go, there we go. It's this one. And yeah, you can actually see it. He has a blaster arm, which Ironhide, Off-Road, all of them do not. I've got one other version of this mold, and you'll see it in a moment. So we're back to Ironhide. Again, this is Maximal Ironhide from the BotCon sticker set. Only differences are a couple stickers to give them a little bit more elephantage. Here we have Grubbage. He is part of the Mayhem Attack Squad with Bludgeon and the rest. Some pretty cool tampographies there. Really nice paint job. Digging it. Here we have Zombie War Breakdown, I think he's called. He is from the Grand Galvatron set, the Takara exclusive. Pretty cool. Here we have another Ironhide figure, but this is Smolder. If anybody's really into combiners, you'll know that before Combiner Wars, the best combiners we had were the terrible Power Core Combiner figures, which I still have a bunch of. And then the Repro Labels figure, not figure, but sticker set that turns Trailbreaker, see the arm, into Megatronus, or the Fallen. They call him the Fallen. So yeah, he's got all these armor plates and flames and such. So yeah, and they actually, you know, I would wait for figure mode, or figure video, but look, they gave you some pieces for a new head. Isn't that cool? Very cool. So the next three are actually where they remolded the figure a little bit, and all three are customs. First Aid was the first figure to come out in this mold, but like I said, I sold him. So here we have 2016 BotCon Ratchet with a broken peg. Sorry. But still cool to have a Ratchet figure, right? I could have chose from G1, G2, Shattered Glass Ratchet, or Medics. Again, from Rescue Bots. So yeah. Nice stickers. I didn't do a great job on the paint, but I could have done worse. Some people did do worse. And then a purely Grant custom, Artecticon. Here we have Crankcase from Transformers 3, Dark of the Moon. And this is a combination of an off-road figure and a first aid figure. Pretty cool, huh? There's his face. All right, on to the next mold. All right, so now we are moving on to some airborne vehicles. Let's start off with a Wave 1 special, maybe Wave 2. Air Raid from the Aerial Bots. Still a little dusty there. Tried dusting some of these guys off, but as you can see, I did not do an excellent job. But yeah, it's got one gun and the handgun, hand-foot gun. That's what it looks without it. Jeez. His wings are very articulated. One thing I love about these guys is how easy they are to transform. Some people see that as detriment. He is repo labeled. But I dig it. It makes them a lot more fun to play with. Alright, so here we have... Oh man, what did they call this guy in Armada? He's Dirge, I believe. I'm pretty sure. Dirge. So yeah, this is from the Grand Galvatron set. Whole purpose of the Grand Galvatron set was to kind of have like Galvatron or whoever, Unicron, pulled a bunch of different Decepticons from different universes. So you have like Prime, Armada, G1, and such. Here we have Terrorsaur before he obtained his beast mode. Now this was the 2016 BotCon exclusive freebie figure, attendee freebie. So if you paid for BotCon ticket, you got one of these guys. Only bad thing is he didn't come with a foot gun. When I asked how come he doesn't come with a hand-foot gun to the person handing out the figures, he simply shrugged and said, he's a beast. Good enough, whatever. I'm going to be straight with y'all guys. I don't remember who this is. He is from the Repro Label, Re-Sticker, Reimagining line. He's some drone figure guy, because that's the back of Air Raid's head. You can see it. And that's his face. So yeah, they did that. But he's cool. I dig him. I'm holding him for last for a reason. So here we have the brother of Terrorsaur. And I forget his name, to be honest with you. But he is from the Transformers Collectors Club. He is the part of the record team. So yeah, pretty cool figure. I actually like this one better than Pterosaur over there. He's the scientist. So here we have G2 Air Raid in his super awesome colors. He's number 2. It's kind of like Slipknot. Take off the hand foot gun. And here we go. And put it back. So now, an extremely heavy remold. Here we have Strafe from the Computron figure line. Again, repro labeled. Very cool what they did here. I dig it. I dig it a lot. Yeah, Strafe. And lastly, this one is from Power of the Primes. Him and another one form Dreadwing. So he's either Dreadwind or the other one. These are just hands. They're not hand-foot guns. The Voyagers came with feet. And each deluxe came with a hand weapon. So yeah, pretty cool. Again, adjustable wings. Nice figure. So let's just use, I don't know, G2 Air Raid as a comparison with Optimus, which I know I didn't do on the last one, sorry. So there he is with Optimus. Yeah, I mean, these guys are almost the same size. Optimus, gosh, weight-wise, it's hard to tell who's heavier. But yeah, on to the next. All right, on to the next jets. And this is a nice hodgepodge. So here we have from the 2016 BotCon box set, Cicada Con. Really love those wing paint job tempograph patterns. But yeah, no new head or anything. He just has a nice paint job, but very cool. Here we have, I believe this is, I'll be honest, Skydive. This is G2 Skydive. Awesome colorage, of course, because it's G2. Here we have, now, I'll be honest, this comes from the Mayhem Attack Squad. Do not remember his name. Probably the weakest of the figures from that subscription service, but still cool. All right, here is one of my favorites. Ghost Starscream with this transparent plastic. Ooh. So yeah, very cool. Huh. This ain't snapping in very well. There we go. So yeah. Again, this is from Grand Galvatron. Here we have Skydive, G1 Skydive. Hold on. There we go. And his arm came up. And this came up. I still love them, guys. Skydive. From the Aerial Bots. Repro labeled. Skipping this guy for a sec. Now we have Shattered Glass Starscream. My very first Shattered Glass figure. Was not trying to get into Shattered Glass, and darn it, you piece of crack, you made me. Also from the Collectors Club subscription service. And now, here is the other half to Dreadwing. Without his handgun. Pretty cool what they've done with these two molds, how different they are. And here we'll move these guys aside for a moment so we can get Skydive with Optimus Prime Dive. So there are those two figures together. Not in scale, obviously, but hey, still love it. Next. All right, and the last of the jet figures and the smallest amount, here we have Firefly, or Fireflight, as he is called. I think they had to call this particular figure Firefly. Repro labeled, of course. Very awesome figure. I like this mold the best out of the 3 different jet molds. Looks like his combiner piece sticker's coming off. But yeah. Here we have from the Mayhem Attack Squad from the subscription service, Collectors Club, Needle Nose, if I am not mistaken. Very nice paint job. He did come with some extra minions, minicons that were repaints of the 2 minicons that came with Scoop from the Thrilling 30 line. Here is G2 Slug Slinger. Look at that paint job. So cool. And then last but not least, G2 Firefly, whatever. Probably the weakest looking of the 4. All right, let's get into some different air vehicles. All right, to finish off the air vehicles, here we have the mold that started off with Alpha Bravo, which Alpha Bravo is probably one of my very favorite figures of this line. I do not know why. I just like him. He is repro labeled. You can see Alpha Bravo right there. I like the fact that you can use this hand-foot gun as kind of a flight stand. Comes with this nice little rifle. Yeah, this guy just works. So, straight repaint of Alpha Bravo is probably one of the coolest Transformer names ever. Spinister from the Mayhem Attack Squad subscription service. Very cool. Love the colors. He also, like Needle Nose, came with the same 2 minions. Alright, so these are from the Victorion combiner. Instead of having the hand-foot gun and the rifle, they got these 2 pieces of a sword. Here's one piece, obviously. And if you look close at them, they're almost like mirror images of each other. And of course, there is a little bit of remolding right here on the arms. Instead of having the missile pods, they got the extra wings. But yeah, see how they're mirror images? One of them is named, I believe, Storm Clash. One of them is Skyburst. I think. Yeah. So, we are complete when it comes to the airbots and cons. So let's get to some more figures on wheels. All right, motorcycle time. So we only got 2 of these molds. There is another version of Afterburner from the Takara line. And there's also a Groove, which I don't have the deluxe version of Groove. I have the Core or Legends scale version of Groove. And then we got Retgar, which if you look in repro labels, they have 3 different sets for this. They're turning it into 3 different characters based on how you configure it. But let's start with Afterburner, who has come a little untransformed a wee bit. So, he is holding the feet for Computron. So, very cool. Love that green right there. And just so you can see it without the feet, the big old feet. Here he is. Man, he should have slimmed down, right? Very nice figure. Then we have Retgar, who is part of the Power of the Primes line. And this is almost just like Groove, minus this piece, the hand thing, and the head. So yeah, just so you can see what it looks like without the hand piece and his weapon. This is the weapon that comes with the RID, or whatever line that was in the early 2000s. Legends line, he had a Retgar figure. But yeah. So those are your 2 bikes. I keep forgetting to compare him to Optimus, and he just wants to fall down right now. So here, let him fall down. We'll compare this guy, Afterburner, to Optimus Prime. So there they are. Really out of scale. All right. On to the next. All right, so here we have our 2 drill tanks. This comes from the Brawl mold from the Combaticons. And it's pretty cool because you kind of have 2 different ways to configure this. You can do it like you just saw, or you can do it like that, more of a traditional tank. But I understand why they have it like this. Now this is nose cone, so he does not come with a hand-foot gun because Computron has the thingies, the foot-hand things. And this is, I want to say his name is, no, Ramhorn or something like that. Drillhorn, Ramhorn. But one of the Tripredicus. Take his hand-foot gun off to reveal those nice green accents. Very cool. So, comparison with Optimi in both different modes. Here he is. All right. We're getting really close to the end, guys. Hang in there. All right, folks. So, as I said, I regret selling Rook, and he's very hard to find, and he's very expensive if you do find him today. But I still have some Rookage, and yes, there's a reason he is there. So here we have Impactor from the Transformers Collectors Club. He's going to be one of the limbs to form Wreckage, along with Counterpunch, that green guy who turns into a pterodactyl, and so on. So here is Wandering Roller. It actually comes from the Grand Galvatron mold. Apparently he joined Galvatron because he felt that Optimus abandoned him. But he's still got, take this off, he's still got Autobot symbol. See there? Oh, glary. Because he's very, very silver. And of course this comes out. If you don't like the hand-foot gun thing, you can put this here or something like that. I mean, that's one thing I love about the Combiner Wars, is very modular. Very modular. So, there you go. Here we have Tarantulas. And he is part of the Predicus team, along with Ravage. So, very cool. Really like this one. And then finally, here we have Hound. And this is a heavy remold of the Rook figure. So yeah, take his hand-foot gun off, and there you got Hound. Pretty houndy, right? Very houndy, in fact. So using Hound, let's do a comparison with Optimus. There we go. There we go. And move Hound out of the way and use Wandering Roller. I promise I did not leave you, Roller. I just had to go get pizza rolls. So, getting close, guys. Now we are going on to the Power of the Prime Deluxes. Alright, so now we have one of the figures from the first wave of Power of the Primes, which was kind of a combination of Titans Return and Combiner Wars. This was Jazz. They gave him a different name to go along with the Flamicons, or whatever you want to call them. And yeah, so he's a Decepticon racer now. Want to see what it looks like without the hand weapon? He was really in there. But nice sticker set. Yeah. And here we have Ricochet. Alright. So, quick comparison with Optimus. Move him out of the way. There we go. There we go. Alright. Alright, Transformer fans, here we are at the last set of deluxes. But we're not done yet. Yeah, there's more. So, here we have Nova Storm. It is a Fembot, and all three of these young ladies actually combine with Alita 1, in addition to a figure I was never able to get, which is Greenlight with Dazzle Strike, an Amazon exclusive. Darn those Amazon exclusives. But yeah, interesting car. Here it is without the hand-foot gun thing. It does have a port in the very front. That could be fun. So you can do something like this, or, you know, whatever. But let's just plug it back in here for now. Here we have... Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, I straight up forgot. Let's see. This is Moon Racer. That's it. Moon Racer. And I did lose her little cover piece for her fist. Sorry. Nice figure. And then we have a Generation Selects exclusive. And this is Lancer. Yeah. Now here's a cool feature. The gun from Lancer and Nova Storm and the gun from Moon Racer can combine to a slightly bigger gun for the Fembot combiner. So that's cool. As for comparisons, let's just use Nova Storm here. Yeah, I'm finally remembering most of the time. Here she is with Optimus. Don't worry, we won't tell Alita 1. Alright, so we are done with Deluxes, on to the Legends. Alright folks, to save some time, what I did is I took all the Legends, what would be called core class nowadays, into one section of the video. What these guys did is, like in this case, or this case, they would turn into a weapon, or in the case of these guys or these guys, they would turn into a chess piece. So Groove goes with Protectobots, but I normally got him set up with Heatwave. This is the littlest one from Victorion's team. Here we have Blackjack, Rodimus, and G2 Blackjack. I'm not really holding these up for y'all, am I? I'm sorry. So the Victorion little one. Here we have Groove. Here we have Blackjack. I sold Minosaur, but New Minosaur didn't come with Blackjack, and I like this figure, so I kept them. Here we got Roddy. In case you're wondering what they look like without the little axe thing, there you go. When they're in chess mode, actually goes like this. But for now, he'll be a spoiler blaster. G2 Blackjack. Awesome colors. Here we have Power Glide with Repro labels. Yeah. Real G2 or G1 fans will recognize what that's from. Here we have G2 Power Glide unrepro leveled. He's kind of finicky. Turns into a blaster. And then we have somebody who I don't really keep combined with any figures is Viper, who is a Transformers G.I. Joe crossover. Then we have a BotCon exclusive. This is based off of the Shockwave mold that would be the weapon for Bruticus, but it's a refractor or reflector. And there were 3 of this exact same figure that can form a rudimentary kind of camera blaster thing. Pretty cool. And then we have Scrounge and his Minicon that I forgot the name of, repro labeled from the Technobots Computron. Straight up repaint of the Cosmos mold and his Minicon. So there we go. And just for fun, here is a comparison with all of them. With Optimus, he's just going to back up and be like, screw all y'all. So there we go. We are at the end of the vehicle modes. So this will be one video. This will be part one, and I'll make up a part two very soon as I can. As soon as I can transform just about 100 figures, and we'll go from there. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it wasn't too long. See you next time.